Welcome, beloved, to the Light and Shadow podcast. I am so honored you're here with me again. Before we dive in, a quick reminder what I share here is meant to support your spiritual and emotional journey, but is not a substitute for professional therapy or medical treatment. Please honor yourself by seeking licensed support if you need to. Now, if you've been journeying with me through these episodes, you'll remember that last time we spoke of the return of the I, remembering the self beneath the story. That episode was about reclaiming your center, your essence, the truth of who you are. And now, the natural next question arises. Once you've remembered yourself, can you actually allow life, love, and abundance to reach you? Because receiving isn't as simple as saying yes. It isn't passive. It isn't about sitting back with your hands open, waiting. Receiving is an active sacred space. It requires you to expand your nervous system, confront the parts of you that resist being cared for, and soften into a state of worthiness. And that's exactly what we'll explore today. What receiving really means, the 3 blocks that keep so many of us from opening fully, how your body and nervous system hold your capacity to receive, and practices to expand your field so that blessings, whether love, money, opportunities, or support, don't just knock at your door, but actually make it inside. But before we begin, let me invite you deeper into this work. If this episode resonates, you can journey further inside my Light and Shadow Sanctuary, a private membership space where we practice energetic tools, shadow work, and live rituals together weekly. If you feel called to mastery, the Grey Ethereus Academy is open for those ready to step fully into spiritual sovereignty and embodiment. You will also find inside the Academy a private course for all beginners and intermediates level, where I teach the principles of energetic detachment and how to manifest effectively. And if you're walking through a season that needs personal guidance, I also offer private one-on-one coaching and Reiki-infused energy healing, a space just for you to transform in depth. You can find everything in the description box. And of course, I'm live almost daily on TikTok, sharing teachings, readings, and transmissions. So come join there too. So beloved, take a deep breath, place a hand over your heart and ask yourself, am I truly open to receiving, without fear, without guilt, without needing to immediately give back? If your body hesitates, if you feel tightening, if you notice resistance, know that you are in the perfect place. This episode will meet you there. And that's where we begin. To even talk about receiving, we must strip away the illusions of what we think it is and what we have been told it should be. Receiving isn't passive. It's not sit back and hope. It's an energetic posture, a willing, regulated openness that lets goodness actually land in your life without you pushing it away, deflecting it, or immediately paying it back. Here's some common myths and truth. The myth is receiving is lazy or selfish. The truth is healthy receiving requires courage, discernment, and nervous system capacity. It's not taking more, it's allowing what's aligned to enter without self-sabotage. The myth is receiving means I'll owe someone. The truth is obligation belongs to transactions. Receiving belongs to relationship. You can receive freely and still hold clear boundaries, gratitude, and choice. The myth is if I don't earn it, I don't deserve it. The truth is worth is inherent, not a wage. Effort can invite abundance, but it doesn't manufacture your right to be supported. And the final myth is, if I'm spiritual, I should give more than I receive. The truth is, overgiving without receiving is imbalance, not a virtue. Flow needs both in-breath, the receive, and the out-breath, to give. Think of receiving as a 3-part inner movement. Ask, allow, and accept. Ask, clarify desire without apology. Allow, soften control. so life can meet you in unexpected ways, and accept. Let it lend fully. No deflecting, minimizing, or you shouldn't have. When you are truly receiving, your body says, yes, this belongs. You don't rush to make it even. You don't shrink. You don't explain it away. You hold it. Why receiving is tied to worthiness. If a hidden belief says, I'm only lovable when I am useful, you'll keep the scales tipped by overgiving. If your worth feels conditional, blessings trigger shame or panic. Opening to receive is therefore a worthiness practice. I am safe and worthy to be resourced, seen, and supported. While receiving is tied to boundaries, because boundaries are the doorframe that lets the right things in and keeps the wrong things out. Without boundaries, you don't receive, you absorb. Without boundaries, you can say, yes, thank you, to align support. No, thank you, to strings-attached gifts or manipulative help. Or not like that, to renegotiate the terms of how support arrives. Now, how it feels in your body, closed or deflecting, you will have tight chest, shallow breath, immediate urge to repay, explain, or minimize. Oh, you shouldn't have. Or it was nothing. And open or receiving, warmer chest, deeper breath, stillness, simple, thank you, I receive. Receiving is not the opposite of giving. It's what completes it. As you return to the I, receiving becomes the natural expression of self-respect. I allow what honors me to stay. Because the real question is not whether life is offering to you. It always is. The question is, what stops you from letting it in? Once you understand that receiving is sacred participation, the next step is to notice what keeps you from it. Almost everyone carries unconscious blocks that make receiving feel unsafe, uncomfortable, or even wrong. Let's break down the 3 most common ones. 1. Fear of obligation. At its root, this is the belief. If I receive, I will owe. So how does it show up? You hesitate when someone offers help, immediately worrying what they'll expect in return. Compliments feel like a setup. You brace yourself for hidden strings. And opportunities feel like traps. If you say yes, you'll be indebted. Here's the energetic truth. Receiving is not the same as agreeing to a contract. Healthy receiving acknowledges the gift as complete in itself. When someone gives, replace what do I owe with what is the truth of their intention. Not every offering is a hook. Sometimes love is simply love. 2. Guilt. The inner voice whispers, I don't deserve this, or I'm taking too much. So, how it shows up? You minimize what you're given. It's too much, I can't accept that. Or you feel unworthy of attention, money, or care and push it away. Or you water down your desires, asking for crumbs instead of claiming the feast. Here's the energetic truth. Guilt is not morality, it's conditioning. Somewhere you learn that worth is earned, not embodied. But the soul knows your value was sealed the moment you were born. Each time guilt arises, breathe into the heart and affirm, I am allowed to be resourced. My thriving harms no one. 3. Overgiving. Perhaps the most subtle block, overgiving disguises itself as generosity. How it shows up. You may stay on the giving end, so you never have to feel vulnerable in receiving. Or you earn your place in relationships by doing more, carrying more, proving more. Or your identity is built around being the one who rescues, helps, or holds. And here is the energetic truth. Overgiving is not generosity, it's control. It keeps the scales tipped, so you never have to face the raw intimacy of being supported. Pause before offering and ask, am I giving from overflow or from fear of being forgotten? If it's the latter, step back. Allow someone else to step forward. And repeat this mantra. I release obligation. I release guilt. I release the need to prove. I allow myself to be filled. So let's go deeper. Why do these blocks feel so powerful? Why does your body tense, your stomach drop, your heart race, even when love or abundance stands right in front of you? Receiving isn't only an idea you understand with the mind. It's something your body must feel safe enough to hold. Your nervous system is a container that determines how much love, money, attention, or opportunity you can allow before it feels overwhelming or unsafe. You may notice that blessings come in, but they don't stay. Someone gives you love and you sabotage the relationship, or you might land a new job and you burn out quickly. Or money flows in, but it slips through your fingers just as fast. This isn't about weakness, it's about capacity. If your nervous system has been trained to live in survival, then expansion can actually feel like danger. Your nervous system only expands when it feels safe. Without that baseline of safety, receiving feels like a threat. You might fight or flight. You feel anxious, restless, or pressured to do something to earn what you have received. Or you freeze and shut down. You numb out, disconnect, or go blank when love or abundance enters. Regulation is the bridge. When your body learns that you can breathe, soften, and still be safe while receiving, capacity naturally grows. Here are gentle practices you can integrate. Place your hand on your chest and inhale slowly through the nose. As you exhale, whisper, "It is safe to receive." This conditions your body to pair safety with receiving. Accept small offerings daily, a compliment or a smile, a glass of water someone pours for you. Pause to feel them land. Notice the warmth, gratitude, or expansion in your body. Rub your thighs, press your feet firmly into the floor, or wrap your arms around yourself. Tell your body, we are here, we are safe, we can hold this. When something bigger comes in, like a large payment, a deep expression of love, resist the urge to deflect. Instead, take 3 conscious breaths and let your body catch up before responding. And ask yourself, if my nervous system trusted that receiving is safe, how would my life look different right now? So how do we shift? How do we expand that inner container so you can hold more without fear, guilt, or collapse? Now that you understand how the nervous system sets the container for receiving, we step into the energetic practices that actually stretch that container and call in more. These are not just rituals in the mystical sense. They are ways of living, subtle adjustments that retrain your energy field to allow without resistance. Receiving doesn't begin with the grand gestures. It begins with the smallest openings. Take, for example, compliments. Instead of deflecting, "Oh, it's nothing," say, "Thank you. I received that." Feel it sink into your body. Also, let someone hold the door, pour your tea, or offer support without rushing to repay. And notice sunlight, wind, the taste of your food. Whisper, "I receive." These micro moments tell the universe, I am available for more. Receiving requires unapologetic allowance. The next time you want to say no, practice saying yes, only when your body genuinely agrees. This conditions you to receive on your terms, not from obligation. Place one hand on your solar plexus and say out loud, yes, I allow. Feel the resonance in your core. As well, meditation. Meditation shifts your field from seeking to receiving. Imagine your crown opening like a flower, your heart expanding, and golden light pouring in. See yourself holding it with ease. Inhale with the affirmation, I receive. Exhale with I release resistance. Repeat until your body softens into trust. The body is the instrument of reception. Notice if you cross your arms, clench fists, or tighten shoulders. Unfold them. Physically embody openness. When something good arrives, resist the urge to push. Pause, breathe, let it land in your cells. And ask yourself today, where did I allow myself to receive today, and where did I block it? These practices create an energetic signature of availability. The more consistently you embody them, the more life recognizes you as a worthy container and responds with more to fill it. And this isn't just theory. I've watched it unfold in my clients again and again. Let me offer you a story from real patterns I've seen again in my clients' journeys, so you can feel how the frequency of receiving shifts a person's entire reality. My client came to me exhausted. She was the reliable one in her family, her friendships, even her work. She prided herself on being the giver, the one who remembered birthdays, stayed late to help co-workers, or picked up the pieces when someone else fell short. But beneath that generosity was a deep wound, the belief that her worth was proven through usefulness. Anytime someone offered her something, a compliment, money, or even a ride home, she brushed it off. Her nervous system equated receiving with debt. To accept meant she would owe, and owing felt unsafe. She told me, if I don't keep giving, people will leave. Through our sessions, she realized she had all three of the core blocks to receiving: fear of obligation, guilt, and overgiving. When she saw these not as flaws, but as protective strategies her body had learned, something softened. She realized she was still operating in survival mode. We began small. I asked her to do one thing a day. Say thank you, and only thank you, when offered help or kindness. At first, it made her squirm. Her instinct was to immediately give something back, but slowly, her body began to relax into the pause. We layered in meditation practices, breathing into the heart, saying, I am a vessel for love, and I receive. We also explored embodiment, sitting with open palms, uncrossed legs, shoulders back. Something remarkable happened within weeks. She was offered a new role at work with a raise, one she didn't chase or apply for. Her partner began surprising her with small acts of love, like cooking dinner or leaving notes. Instead of rushing them off, she let herself savor them. Even money began flowing in unexpected ways, a refund check, gifts she once would have refused. Her identity shifted. She was no longer the one who earned love by overfunctioning. She became a woman who allowed life to bless her, knowing she was worthy of it. Her relationships deepened, not because she gave more, but because she let others give to her. The balance restored intimacy. Beloved, receiving doesn't just change your bank account or your relationships, it changes the frequency of your being. And when you shift that frequency, the universe cannot help but respond. As we close today, I want you to pause and feel into your body. Take a breath, not just in your chest, but down into your belly, into your hips, into your whole being. Because receiving doesn't happen in your mind alone. It happens in the body. Receiving is not something you have to chase, force, or prove yourself worthy of. It's your natural state. The same way the earth receives the rain, the same way the moon receives the light of the sun, the same way your lungs receive air without apology. You too were designed to receive. But it requires a choice. The choice to no longer let fear, guilt, or overgiving run the show. The choice to remember that whatever you say after the words I am shapes your reality. If you say I am not worthy, the universe echoes it back. If you say I am open, doors begin to unlock. So let these affirmations sink into you. I am a worthy vessel for the blessings of my life. Receiving is not selfish, it is sacred. I open without fear, I hold without guilt. I receive without apology. Every time I allow myself to receive, the world becomes more abundant, not less. If you need a practice to anchor this, try this. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly and say, I receive. And breathe in as if the universe itself is pouring into you. Exhale and say, I allow. Repeat it 3 times. And remember, you do not have to walk this journey alone. Inside the Grey Ethereus Academy, we go much deeper into these practices of sovereignty, manifestation, and energetic expansion. You'll also find community inside the sanctuary, where we practice together each week alongside powerful rituals and one-on-one coaching for those ready to move faster. You can explore everything through my TikTok or directly in the link in the description box below. This is your reminder, you are not meant to only give. You are meant to be given too. And when you allow yourself to receive, you step into harmony with the universe itself. In our next episode, we're going to go even deeper into creation itself. Law of attraction versus law of assumption. You've probably heard both, but do you really know the difference? One is about calling things in, the other is about already becoming the one who has them. It's going to be a powerful shift in how you see manifestation. Until then, the magic is already within you. You are more powerful than you know. Until next time.